So the decorations continue. First, I'm just going to start with painting here because something nice and easy to start the day with. Do I need to paint those? Am I going to paint the deck grey? Because I do like a grey deck, but then what if I want to change the color of this grey? Because I think a lot of this is actually going to get sort of swapped around. This stripe that goes around the edge, I think, is going to become a different color. So I think I'll just do a quick red replace. I wanted to maybe do these rails white. It's a bit tricky actually, how to get all these colors correct. And then the deck part, the walking part grey. That looks really terrible. That's not really what I had thought it would end up like. And then maybe the bottom is blue, because I think that's not good. I think it's actually better like this. Which means, do I want to leave the deck white or should I make it grey? If it's grey, then I can just grey everything out. I shouldn't really get too caught up on which colour's which at the moment. What I need to be doing is placing blocks, actual parts. I think I need to get the interior sorted. Like, do I want windows? Can I put windows anywhere actually? Because they would need to be up really high. And then what, do I do a wedge like this? Gives you this weird kind of thing in. That's actually probably not bad. To add some way to see out. I think I'll do that. And maybe they can just be... I don't need a lot of windows, I just need a couple. Oh, but I can't put it there. So that'll be one. There you go. So that's enough natural light, I think. I might also be able to put one in the center, a window in the top center. Now I need to sort out the seats. I think I want to go with like doors and padded backs, but then that brings all the seats a lot further out. Like maybe way too far out. That does look a bit weird. Is it too high? What's going on here? No, I think that's the kind of design I was going for. The problem is that it's just limited space though. So you'd have to push them way out. See what I mean? Now, I mean it's too wide, 2 blocks wide down those gaps. I mean, you can do it. You can walk down there, but it does remove a whole bunch of space. Maybe that's kind of the point though. Like it's a small, cramped space. Just put as many people as you can in there, because the captain's area is going to be fine. Captain don't care. What's it going to be like trying to pick up people though? If you're like standing here looking at someone and there's someone on the other side, then you're inside them. So is it going to detect the person that you're standing in front of when you're trying to grab a specific person? It looks very nice though. If it were just a bit wider, do I make the whole thing a bit wider? No, I need to, how can I make it not wide while still retaining this design. What if I push it into the wall? I don't think that's a very good idea. Doesn't seem like a good idea. But it is like the width that I need. I don't think I can actually move the ladder out one more anyway. Yeah, I run out of space. So this is the max width I've got, really. I like it, that's the problem. I'll be sad to see it go. I like it enough that I'm willing to just try it and then pretend it works when it doesn't work. I'm prepared to be delusional for this design. Need to get the 1x3 wedge, or the 1x1 stretch wedge. And that is for there, so it will merge into the side of the 1x4 wedge running down the wall. Okay, sensors. What do I need? I need a speed sensor. I'm just going to put everything on the front here. All the sensors I will need. A compass sensor, probably a GPS. A humidity could be interesting. Linear speed sensor. I'm probably going to want 2 tilt sensors, a locator, and a wind sensor. So how can I incorporate all of this stuff into some kind of thing on the roof? How high is this gap here? Is it 4? It is. I thought maybe using pipes as like a handhold thingamajig. I think it's a good way to do like a visual separation. So I was thinking I can use like T-pipes and then have another long pipe going through the middle here. I think perhaps I should, I don't know what to do about that. I wanted a pipe that would go all the way across, but it's not going to let me get away with that. So next option, I guess, is like bring both of these pipes down, or use a 5 maybe and just clip into something. Like what can I put in here to help blend it in? There must be something. I mean, a gearbox would do it, but it looks a bit weird. What if I just use rockets? I kind of just want like a lattice of something. Maybe rails, Just something to give some sort of separation between the two sides. Kind of, I guess the reason I want to do that is so I can figure out if I can put a window in the ceiling anywhere. See, maybe in the front is a good place for it. As long as it's not going to interfere with any pipes I want to put up. Because then I'm also thinking, like, do I have a little 3-box thing and then all of this can be my sensors? So, like, you know, I can hide my tilt sensors easy enough. Probably put another one facing the other way for symmetricality. A wind sensor might not be so good. Might be better if I put a wind sensor up here somewhere. Maybe same with transponder. Can I do... Oh, yeah, I could do that. Humidity sensor might poke through a little bit, so I wonder if I should put that. Oh no, okay, I can't put that. Some of this stuff should probably just like not even be visible. So like a compass sensor and humidity. What about that? What about just don't go too overboard? I would like a little antenna. I hate that you have to search for radio to pick up the antennas. How big should it be? Not that I really use the antenna for anything, but it looks nice. Looks cool. I like doing 2 antennas as well, so you get like a big one and a little one. It's just interesting. I might bring those forwards actually. Keep that kind of rounded shape. And then what if I use some kind of fluid port or a ladder? A single ladder on its own is good because you can't grab it. And then change this one over to 4 wedges, 1x4 wedges. And then actually this little lumpy thing could probably be a different color. Now I think some handles would be really good just for places to grab onto. So I think I'll chuck those sort of just all around the place wherever I can put them. And then rope anchors. Where am I going to put my anchor for my actual stopped anchor? Do I just chuck it on the front like the other one? Oh, I've got no space though. So I can't put it just in the front. It would have to be like this. Is that okay? I kind of don't like it. I could put it in here. No, that's silly. Don't do that. What if I cut out a section? So it just comes straight up. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I could do this. I almost want it to wedge in because I was thinking I could use this wedge, but it might hide too much. Like that. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. I think I like that more than having like sensors and ladders and stuff, just having little cut-in things. I might even be able to push that all the way back in. So I think I'll do what I did before, where it's just Maggle, electrical anchor, and temperature probes. Is that what they're called? Temp? Like that. 2 little anchor things. Might actually be better on this one if it was just flat, because then it will sit right in that groove. Like I can even cut these and put them right in there so they spawn right next to it. That's really cool. Then it's like totally concealed down the sides. So if I did want to take this and put it on a bigger vessel, like on a big ship, the width that it sits in can be quite constrained because the ladder won't clip or anything. Nothing would clip, nothing's hanging out the side. Very good. Is doing a red hull too much? It does feel a bit strange, doesn't it? It's like... I kind of need to get all the weight in it because you want to have that stripe where the water line is. I don't know, I'm not so good at painting things. I really want to get some words with some paint blocks. I think actually on the roof is like the only side area where I could do it. Oh, I need equipment. What am I thinking? Equipment. Here's something I can do. So I'm gonna flip this bed so that the machine part is, yeah, probably closer to the wall, and then I can cut out to there. You'll never be able to grab in behind there, so that's okay. I need a defib and some first aids. I would really like a door frame around this, so it seems like that'll fit. What else do you need? I don't think you need anything like below deck. The other pieces of equipment like fire extinguisher, welders can probably go above deck. I still need like a refueling point. I wonder if I can do that into the side. Will that clip through in a nice way if I stretch a block? Or do I need to find somewhere else to put these things? What about a little panel back here, a little fold up thing? I think that would be nice. So I take a robotic pivot and probably hide it below. I don't really like putting like fuel flaps in the floor. I don't want to run into an issue with like running out of power or something and not being able to access the fuel. port. So what if I just put it in the floor? Instrument panel beside it. Kind of ugly, but it would always work. It'd be good to get like electrical, fuel, and the instrument panel all in the same area. What do you think? Fuel, electricity, fuel gauge, battery gauge, pump in, pump out. Slap a hose in the wall here. Probably also should have a cable down here, but we'll leave that alone for now. So I need fire extinguishers and welders and diving equipment. All of that sort of stuff has got to go probably up the front here. Man, that kind of sucks. I don't mind having a fire extinguisher like on a wall protruding out, because that seems kind of normal to me. But all this other equipment should probably be in a locker somewhere, which makes it really hard to access. So welders, where can I put welders then? They probably all need to be outside. What if I try and put a locker in here? It'd be good if that were 3 long. Or maybe a bit longer than 3 long, 4 long. Because then a diving gear would fit. What if it comes out here? Diving gear. Welder, underwater welder. Put another fire extinguisher so I know where to find it. And then just kind of shimmy all that forwards. I guess I change which kind of wedge that is. It becomes a 2x4 wedge again. And then in this last bit, it becomes the 1x4. Is that acceptable? The door opens inwards, so it's not like it's ever going to block any of that stuff. Holy moly, what's going on now? It could be like it's too buoyant with no weight down low. But anyway, I think these equipment things are going to have to stay there. I might also be able to put some first aids in here. It's kind of not so good that this has become the spot. I would have really preferred a locker somewhere. But then it really ruins the shape. And I still need places to put hoses, but I think I can get away with putting them like down here. Actually, I'll put ropes down on the sides. Ropes for the rope anchors to tie off. I want to have hoses, like hose anchors for firefighting, because it is just so much easier to just connect a hose. Do you think that's going to be a pain to get to if I put them above the door? Oh, wait a minute. There's no rope over here. What's going on? I also need somewhere to store a cable in case I need a cable. So I do need like a hatch for stuff I'm probably not going to use. Okay, if I do this, then I can have a hose, a cable, and a rope, and it can just be like the backup thing where all these things exist. You never really have to open it. But there is one of everything on the boat then. 2 ropes, 2 hoses, 1 cable. Yeah, I don't mind having to open that kind of hatch to find stuff. So I need a place to put this hose anchor though. It's got to go somewhere that you can connect to it really easily. I'm looking at the back. The back's probably going to be the easiest place. I do it on both sides. And then do I need a button? I don't really want a button, but if it were a push button, then you could push it on either side. I can use this slot if I do a 2-sided push button and face it up the other way. Because only one side of these 2-sided buttons has the hitbox on it. Actually, like you could do a normal one-sided and put it up the other way because you can interact with the button from either way. And doing a two-sided doesn't really help me because it gives no feedback of which state is on. The other option is to put it up here at the very front. Having it at the front will make more sense, I think, because I'm going to be coming out the door, grabbing a hose, and then looking to connect it somewhere immediately. If I change my pyramid to a 1x2, then I can use this outer edge, run the pipe down that way. Not as elegant, but way more functional. If I use the 1x2, then it will have the same slant as the thing, and I can, no I can't. Thinking, how do I route it? Because I have to route it in a bit of a funny way. I could also put more ropes down here then. More ropes is good. I'm not going to say no to another rope. I actually don't really like that. Okay, so 2 ropes, 2 hoses. I think I want to do buttons for these. And I'm going to use a push button and an indicator light. That way I can have it on both sides and it won't matter which one I push, both of them will be active. So I'll make the indicator channel 3. And then the arrows will be 1 and 2. Push to toggles, like push to microcontroller, push to toggle. That'll turn on either of those. Oh, I probably could just put a hose down there then, that's what I should do. Rope and hose. Should I maybe move it? I can't move it forwards. There's a wedge there. Can I move it back? My big thing with putting them right next to each other is that it looks like a long, continuous channel thing. I think I'll do that. That should be okay. Over this side, I need to fill in. Actually, I could put equipment down the side here. Some Arctic clothes. I kind of want to make the bridge area white. The, what do you call this? The main body? Is this the main body? I mean, the reason I wanted to repaint that now is because if I want to do words, then I need to make sure my base color is set. What do you think? It's not too bad. I think this front thing could maybe go the other way though. Like that. It's a bit more aggressive. Looks a bit more like a scoop. Or I don't know, a thingy thing. So I've got a fire extinguisher. Oh, I need lights. Lights. So inside we've got defib, first aid, fire extinguisher. So this is like good for managing onboard situation. Diving gear, welding and firefighting equipment ready to go outside. We've got a hatch with rope, hose, cable. We've got ropes and hoses down here. Firefighting ports on the side. What am I missing? I do really want to get some kind of pipe in here. If I do a 8 long pipe, it'll come out over the edge here. Just that yucky orange bit on the pipe that's displayed. See, that would be okay if it didn't leave a gap on the other end. Oh well, I think I'll leave it like that for now. Try and get some lights in here. I'm gonna put one either end of these posts. That should be enough light for this whole downstairs area. And then the bridge, is it a bridge? What do you call this? It'll just have one light. One light in the roof behind the driver's position. And then on the exterior, what if I cut this gap, put my lights in the top there? I really don't like how this came out. I don't really want a white light up high. I think a small boat like this is supposed to have a white light down low anyway. No! Okay, I can put it facing up, but still kind of annoying. White light, red light, green light should be okay. I think they're actually supposed to be at the front. They are, aren't they? They're supposed to be like up here. Okay, lights at the front. I could use this space here as well to put some writing. I don't know what I would write on this boat though. Just going crazy with stripes. Put some stripes. Stripe in every color. I think that's kind of okay for equipment and decorative stuff in terms of like detail, like pipes and random things. Like I'm running out of space for things anyway. I had thought down the bottom here, if I take these fins, then that would let me, I can put them along the side in here and then stretch a wedge over them, and that will help me hide them. Hide a bunch of these. And they should be really good for pitch. They'll be my pitch stabilizers, I suppose. Actually, I can just get rid of that and I can have 5. 5? Or should I do more? Should I go... Then it becomes this wedge that gets stretched. Yeah, like that. So they're only just barely visible, poking out. I think that's kind of a cool detail. Okay, I've just added these 2 pumps in here, one on each side. And how I've done this in a very dumb way, I've just realized. These are the pumps that are going to pressurize the fire hose ports up on the top. Really what I should have done is put them like down in the center somewhere. Had them feed from the same hole. Right, because I want to have a lot of pressure. Or if they feed from 2 separate ones, then join and then split to go up, that would be the way to do it. So that you can push either button and have both pumps turn on. So from here, it's like pipe comes up, it should split. The reason I want it to split is because if you are not connected to one of the hoses, then it's going to be 2 pumps going to one hose anchor, so one output, rather than like only one pump being turned on per side. And then you can really just kind of, you can pick and choose which side you're connected to while the whole system stays on. So I'm trying to keep this pipe routed as close as possible to the wall the whole way down to here. And then we'll split off and it splits into the normal pipe. That's okay. It's not the worst thing. As long as I've still got space for all my other steam components. So I guess I've moved on to like functionality stuff now. The good thing about that though is it frees up space at the front for a battery to sit. I can also put a relay down here, so that means it'll be easy to figure out like what needs to turn on when the button is pushed rather than when the whole system is on. Like I don't want the GPS on unless the display for the GPS is also on. There should probably be a way to get down into the front as well. There's a very obvious hatch standing right there. If I had a ladder that just went straight down and then get rid of all the hoses and stuff that's in there. I kind of have been thinking about this as well, putting pivots up here with spotlights on them. So I can have like a very wide spotlight search area. Been thinking like that and then twist it, but I also kind of want it to rotate as well. Don't know about that. I feel like the exterior is done. Like I'm struggling to think of what else I can add. I've got seats, I've got medical, I've got sleeping, I've got Arctic. The only other thing that I keep sort of considering is like pistols and weapons. I probably should have a pistol. Where do I put this stuff though? Do I put it up here? That'd be kind of cool. It's a magazine, so pistol. That'll rotate down. I probably could move this pivot across. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I feel like I should put the ladder in there to go down below deck. This view isn't very good, is it? Do I need to lift the seat up? What have I done? It'll be okay because I play in third person all the time. You can still see what's going on. Getting that is easy enough. Getting that is easy enough. These buttons are all easy to get. Yeah, the view's pretty bad in first person. Oh wow, the seat is very low compared to the windows. I wonder if I should just try and lift just the seat part so that all the dash and stuff is lifted as well. It's kind of weird though, if it's like this boat, is it not going to be exactly the same on the tug, on the steam tug? Oh wow, that's not any better, I don't think, because of this thing hanging down. What can I do about this thing? The above overhead switches. Let me put a stretched block in there and see if it's any better being smoothed out. Yeah, I don't think that's any better. I mean, it's a little better. Kind of annoying. I mean, if the don't get lost unit was up here, then it's going to be like right in your face, so that could actually be a good thing. Let's leave it and just deal with it. If it becomes a real big problem, I can always just cut that whole top piece off, and so it's kind of nice that it's actually very close and in your face. So I've got no engine or anything in here, I'm just using an electric motor, and it's working pretty well for not having any weight in the bottom. It's obviously leaning a little bit, which I'm not sure why. There's a bunch of ladders over that side, but then all the seat and controls and stuff is over on the right hand side. I think this is a good place to be at the moment. The next step will be to add all the steam system, which I'm hoping that I'm familiar with enough now that I can just put it all together really quickly. So next time we should be fully ready to go. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.